Anybody in the top 5, I don't care. Tell them to come on. I'm ready. I'm hungry, and it's my time now. And all 2021, I'm taking over, and I will be world champion.
What up, AndStilltv in the building, coming at y'all with another one. This past weekend, Jaron boots Ennis. He had a fight. It didn't really go how we wanted it to go, but still, we got a lot to talk about with this brother because he's real talented. But anyway, let's talk about what he got coming up next and just talk about the future, man. Cue the intro.
And still.
Yo, Aaron!
Welcome back, YouTube. Yo, we're going to talk about this boy, Jaron Boots Ennis. 26-0, 24 KOs. He had to fight with Chris Van Heerden last weekend. I remember watching the fight when Van Heerden fought Spence.
Mm-hmm.
And Spence punished that man. But it was later.
He punished him, but
It looked more like a fight,
The
right?
work was a lot more even than what we saw.
It looked like I would always call Chris Van Heerden Errol Spence's best opponent without a name.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I was excited about this fight as a step-up fight for Boots. Like, all right, we're going to see what Boots can do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he made that dude look like
That boy cold.
trash. So I started looking at it like maybe the dude ain't the same fighter. Maybe I don't know, man. But he came out confidence crazy, basically bullied him.
It looked like Van Heerden was in slow motion. Like Jaron Ennis was punishing this man for punching and not punching. It was like no matter what he did, he was getting touched hard too.
And that's a good point because I mean, just for those who didn't watch, it was only about 2.5 minutes worth of fight.
2.5 minutes.
It ended on a headbutt.
Accidental headbutt, and it was too severe to continue. So the bout was ruled a no contest, unfortunately. But that thing was not going that much longer anyway.
Van Heerden was in survival mode since soon as the bell went off.
Yeah,
survival.
Yeah.
So the headbutt happened. Ennis was coming in. He was being a little bit too aggressive, but he was trying to get him out of there. And Van Heerden kind of bounced off the ropes, and when he came back, boom, serious. It should have been stopped. It was a really bad cut. It was other fights on that card that they stopped a little prematurely, but that one should have been stopped.
Yeah, that cut was serious. That was so serious, but it didn't. Honestly, he may have got saved some brain damage because of that cut. Because this dude.
He wasn't going to get any brain damage. That fight was ending real soon.
Bro.
That fight was over.
Look, he was getting the shit beat out of him, dog.
The fight was over. It was going to be over. He might have lasted to the second round, maybe halfway through, but it was over.
This dude, Jaron Ennis, is something else.
So his speed, power, all right, he's quickly, we were discussing this off camera, he's moved up our rankings in the welterweight division, right?
Yeah.
So I told him I still got Errol Spence at number 1. But right behind him, I have Boots Ennis.
I ain't arguing. As a matter of fact, listen, I don't want to sound crazy. It's hard because you got a young prospect that hasn't fought nobody yet. But
say what you feel.
From the eye test, I got him beating Errol Spence. Based off the eye test, I got him beating Errol Spence.
Off the eye test, I got him beating a lot of people, and probably Errol. But
and I'm sorry,
but I guess the other, my brain is like, well, Errol has been in there. He's too experienced, and Errol is solid. So
he's more than solid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I say solid, is Errol know what he's doing in there, and he has so many different ways he can fight.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that we don't know about Boots that's a weakness, Errol's going to find it.
He's losing.
Yeah, exactly.
To Errol Spence.
Yeah, exactly.
You really can't have weaknesses and lose to Errol Spence. But Jaron Ennis hasn't shown any weaknesses yet.
But I for sure got him beating Bud.
I got him beating Bud. Got him beating Porter. I think he's he's the fastest guy in the division right now.
What did I say?
One of the hardest punchers.
What did I say the top 5 was? I said Spence.
We got Errol. We got Crawford.
No. It was Spence. Then Ennis.
Then Crawford. Then Porter. And then I think you had, was it Garcia or Thurman?
I think I had Garcia right now.
Yeah.
And then my bottom 5 was
Thurman.
In no particular order. It was Thurman, Pacquiao,
Ugas,
Clayton, and Ortiz. That's who I had up there.
Ortiz. It was Virgil Ortiz.
I think I might have had Ortiz at 5 over Danny.
I think that's what it was. You had Danny in the bottom 5.
Yeah, and we're not basing this on what they've done.
This
is on.
This is not off accolades.
If they had a round robin and fought tomorrow,
Yeah.
who we think would win?
Using what we've seen in boxing from prospects coming up throughout the years, like you can listen. There have been times where people do fool you.
Yeah.
But I don't see that with Ennis. I just don't see it with Ennis. But anyway.
So we have Ennis at number 2 and Ortiz at number 5, even over Danny Garcia. So these young guys, it's time for them to get a shot, man. I want to see them in there. Maybe not against those top 5, but definitely the top 10.
Yeah, I think so. Jaron Ennis is ready right now to start. I would say maybe one or two more fights, and look, he need a shot at the title soon. The problem is you have the politics of it, and guys are not going to want to fight this dude, right? Because especially in the welterweight division, because it's not like you really have paper champions. You have like guys that have big names that are scared to take that L.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, everybody that's a champion in the welterweight division is thinking about making big money. That's the problem.
Somebody like Castillo Clayton could take it because he's not a name. You know what I
Right.
mean? He could take the fight. And that'd be
Right.
a great step-up fight.
Exactly.
Somebody like that.
Something like that. Like
or Lipinets, something like that.
yeah. But nah, this dude, like talent-wise, I think he has the most talent in all of boxing.
Yeah, so Aaron, before we got online, Aaron, you said he would also beat Jamel. If he moved up to 154,
If he moved
Jamel
up to
Charlo.
154, I got him beating Jamel Charlo.
Ooh, that's
I
tough.
got him beating Jamel
That's
Charlo.
tough.
I think he's too fast. He's too fast, and not only that, this dude's his reflex. He sees stuff before everybody's seeing it and landing punches.
But-
like his reflexes are next level.
But honestly,
they about the same height.
that's probably a more viable opponent for him over Errol or Crawford because Crawford and Errol are both getting older and they're really big, and they have so many other opponents.
Yeah,
Whereas he's going to be moving up to 154 anyway. Talking
he's
about
gonna have
Boots
to
Ennis.
because he's
Yeah.
5'10". He's a big frame dude.
And Jamel's running out of guys. He's actually beat
Yeah.
everybody, or they already lost to this person, that person. Nobody really want to fight him. So somebody like Ennis going up, that'd be a great fight.
Okay, he goes up. Who you picking? I know who I got. I got
Listen,
Boots.
Man, we're gonna have a bet on our hands. I'm gonna go ahead and take Mel. I ain't
You
gonna,
taking Mel?
I ain't gonna disrespect him like that.
Ain't no disrespect.
Trust-
I like Mel too. I like Errol. I like Mel. I'm going by what I see. Like what I'd say. So look, you heard it
Trust
here
me.
first.
It's gonna be a small bet. It ain't gonna be that crazy.
Yeah, for real. though.
Yeah, I ain't messing with it.
You heard it here first. I think this is the most talented prospect I've seen since Floyd Mayweather Jr.
I think he's past being a prospect. And when you 26 and 0 with 24 knockouts, you're a contender now.
I got you, but what I'm saying is we just know him as a prospect up to the last fight. What I'm saying is like as a prospect, I haven't seen someone that talented since Floyd. I haven't.
Yeah.
Like he just is so many notches above everybody he's fought. It's like they don't like this dude Van Heerden looked like that's not even somebody I would put in there with him in sparring. Like that's no work. Like that's not even like
So
that was bad.
what I also want to add is it's early, but I also like how he talks outside of the ring.
Yeah.
Like he's a straight shooter.
And I haven't heard him a whole lot outside of the ring. I've heard
Yeah,
him, but not a
straight
whole lot.
shooter, and he's already been calling for the big fights. He already wants Errol, Spence, whatever. He like, just give me the top guys. I'm ready now.
Right.
I don't need any warm up. I don't need to gradually nothing. Just give me the top guys.
And I like that. And that's speaking of Floyd, like that's how they did it with him. Like it was out the gate. I think he was a champ at like 21. So
I'm just hoping he stays that way. Another great fight for him, but I know they probably won't take it, is Danny Garcia, King of Philly.
well, if Danny decides to do that, then that's the end for Danny. That's the end for Danny.
It will solidify him as a stepping stone.
No, he's getting embarrassed though. That's the problem. That's not competitive. It's
could be.
competitive for 6 rounds.
If Danny's able, put like this, if Ennis has a chin that we didn't know was suspect, it'll get found out against
He
Danny.
may not hit Jaron Ennis.
But listen, if he fights Ennis and he touches Ennis' chin, and Ennis is still the Ennis that we know, then I know he's real. He's official. Danny's the test for your chin. That's the best test for your chin. If you get through Danny, you got a chin.
Danny ain't fought nobody like this.
He just fought
Like,
Spence.
He ain't fought nobody like. Dude, he's fast. He's a lot faster than Errol Spence, though. That's the thing. He's like a notch above him in speed. He has more speed than Errol. And you can argue, dog, the pop that he has on those punches. I'm not gonna say he has.
His power is crazy.
It's crazy. Like he looks like Roy.
I would say he has more pop. I wouldn't say he had more speed.
He definitely has more, and not just. And
I think Arrow's speed is like.
But when I say speed, I'm not just talking about hand speed. It's a reflex type of speed too.
Yeah, his reflexes are crazy.
And that's more so what I mean. He's on everything. Like I'm talking. If you do anything wrong, you getting hit. Anything that instant.
Yeah, that's what I pointed out during the fight. I was like, hey man, he punches while you're punching like Danny does.
It was a lot like I remember watching Zab Judah versus Floyd. Their hand speed was very close. A lot of people thought Zab had faster hands. Floyd had him in reflex speed. We started beating him to the punch. He started timing him. He has that type of speed. And I don't see that type of speed from Errol Spence. I don't.
So he says he's trying to come back in February, so that's pretty quick. So that's probably not going to be a huge name, but I'm looking forward to see who it's going to be.
Yeah, we got to get this dude in fight. I don't want to see what we've been doing with everybody else. You 30 years old, you just getting fights. We don't need to see that, man. Like, no. Next year, we need to start talking about him being a champ. Whether it's 154, whether it's 47, I don't care. But we can't waste time with this dude. I can't have that no more.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. I think he becomes a champion next year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's gonna make. I don't know who would want to fight him at 147 still though.
Yeah, the problem, like I said, man, the problem with the welterweights, the champs at 147 is they're all in their prime. They're at their peak. They can only really go down, all of them.
Yeah.
So like every fight that they take, that the champs take, is gonna have to be like a big money fight.
It's all pay-per-view, so
yeah.
they're not gonna fight you if you're not.
They're
close.
either gonna take. It's either gonna be some Crawford shit where he fighting bums, or it's gonna be some big money shit. Jaron Ennis ain't either one of those.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to move up, man. Fight 154 and fight those guys that, try to take Lara belt, something like that.
Yeah.
He said he gonna take that.
He taking it. He taking it.
All right, as y'all can see, we're really high on Jaron Boots Ennis.
Yeah,
if
y'all
you're
ain't
not
seen
familiar,
him, please,
go check him out.
Yep,
do your
YouTube,
research. Chime in, like, subscribe. Tell us what you think. We're responding to everything right now. Thanks for tuning in, and still.
Remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport today, and still.
Yo, yo, yo!